Welcome back. You're watching Prime Hour on My Media Prime. This evening we are going to be continuing our program with a very dynamic lady who is out to also change the dynamics as far as understanding what the notion of an educated man is. She's going to be unveiling the truth of education to our minds through this book that she has written. I also heard about the book and I felt that it was squarely in line with some of the discussions that have been ongoing in our studio here for some time now, especially when we see persons who are holders of PhDs crying for jobs. When we look at how reckless some of our considered educated persons express themselves in the society, how they carry themselves, we wonder where the value that is supposed to be reflected in their education has actually gone to. So she compiled a book titled The Notion of an Educated Man, Unveiling the Truth of Education to Your Mind. So our guest for the second segment of today's edition of Prime is called Teneng Conscience Tewa. She's coming all the way from the Northwest region to share with us this evening. Good evening to you. We're glad to have you for the first time on Prime Hour.
Good evening, Mr. Liu, and good evening to our televiewers. It's my pleasure to be on TV this evening to talk about this book, and I'm convinced that you get to like this book and you also get to like the ideas that are penned down in this book.
Okay. How are you? Coming all the way from Bamenda?
Yes, I'm all the way from Bamenda, and it's been a raining day. Since yesterday, we have had some difficulties to come here because it was actually raining, and the rain continued this morning. But it still could not stop us. Yeah, it still could not stop us because when you have an idea that is boiling inside of you, nothing can actually stop you from pushing it out or giving it out to the public.
Yes, the notion of an educated man, what caused you to wanting to pen down this for our society today? And how timely is it?
Very timely. And timely in the sense that there are many people who want to address problems out there, but they do not want to address these problems from the root. That's why you see from the title of the book, the notion of an educated man is from the word notion, is talking about concepts. So when one's concepts are not grasped, when one's concepts are not understood, you notice that even if you want to apply them, you will also apply them wrongly. So it's important that we have an understanding of what education is all about before we try to apply it. Because most of the things that are going on in the society today is that everybody wants to apply education. Everyone wants to apply. But I'm asking the question, from what perspective? From what direction do you want to apply education? So that's why I came up with this book. The second reason is clear. Unlike 10 years back, where people did not have access to information, today people have a lot of access to information that I think is instead helps to derail them. Many people who came out of school could actually curse the education system. Why? Because it's simple. What they did in school was not synonymous to what they could see in the society or place their hands to do. So that alone made them to think that the school they did had nothing to do with their lives. So many people cursed the education system. But I always take time to tell people that in as much as the school was unable to provide exactly what you wanted to do in the society, the school helped you in one way or the other. That's why in this book we have a system. It's a step-by-step approach. You go from step 1. When you leave step 1, you go to step 2. When you leave step 3, and you go to step 4. So the problem per se is not fully with the education system, because you cannot tell me that the teacher who teaches maybe accounting did not teach accounting very well. Or if you left school and you cannot balance, or you could not balance an accounting equation, or you could not come up with a balance sheet, that doesn't mean that the teacher did not teach you the balance sheet very well. So I think that even though the education system has some lapses, the education system has also helped to raise people from some level to another level that the society is supposed to take these people. And the people fail to see the lapses of the society and they focus only on the education system. And they themselves also fail to see their own lapses. You know, because everybody has taught us to accuse the teacher, everybody has taught us to accuse the education system, everybody has taught us we need to accuse the government, we need to accuse whoever was involved in our training. And nobody has told us that we need to accuse ourselves for not being honest, for not being concentrated to get what the teacher was saying to us, for not being assiduous enough to get what is relevant in the society. Nobody accuses themselves of what is going wrong, but we are pointing fingers to others.